Alright, guys. If I told you that I'm not tired, I would be lying. But nevertheless, I have to try and do my very best to continue. Um, you guys don't understand how much it means to me to have an audience that wants to learn. With maths, people do not want to learn maths, so a lot of persons are more interested in sciences and support. So I really appreciate you guys. All right, I want to do one more, but trust me, I don't think I will manage, but I will try. All right, so this is June 2020, paper one, and let's begin. Again, we want to go through it as fast as possible. The mass number is, we know that from the previous one, it's the neutrons plus the number of protons. Each of the following features are true about the arrangement of electrons, protons, and neutrons in a atom. Protons and neutrons are found in the nucleus. Electrons can be found anywhere outside the nucleus. The number of protons is always equal to the number of neutrons, and the number of protons always equal to the number of electrons. Let's go down to the options and see. Says 1 and 3 on the B, 1 and 4, C, 2 and 3 only, and C says D rather says 2 and 4 only, and our answer is B, 1 and 4 only. Alright, let's move on. Item 3 to 5 refer to the following types of substances. Now we have salt, base, alkali, and acid. Match each item below with one of the options above. Each option may be used more than once or not at all. Because the following substance above 3 can be described as an oxide of a metal, and that would be a base. So number 3 is B. Number 4 supplies protons as the only positive ions in aqueous solution. And number 4 is an acid, so that's D. All right, and this is now is one of the products in neutralization reaction. So number 5 is salt, so that's A. So number 5 is A. All right, so we're gonna move up to number 6. No joke. Hope you guys are feeling more ready. Hoping the videos help you at least. The atomic number of element in Z is 13. In which group of the following periodic table should the element Z be placed? Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5? And that is 3. So make sure you know your periodic table. All right. The arrangements of elements in the periodic table is based on is the atomic number, the mass number, relative atomic mass, or the relative molecular mass. And that is the atomic number. I'm expecting all you guys to get these in because chemistry students are normal. Number 8, item refer to the following quantities, and it's a 12 gram of carbon, 12 gram of sulfur, 23 gram of sodium, 12 gram of magnesium. And it's the relative mass of C is equal to 12, S is equal to 32, and Mg is equal to 24. Sodium is equal to 23. That was magnesium, right? And that was sulfur. All right, so let's go now. Which of the following pair represent equal quantities of atoms? And that would be 2 and 4. So that's 8 is D. Number 9. And I think we did this one earlier. When solid, When solid lead nitrate is heated, it decomposes to give off nitrogen for oxide and oxygen. The balance equation for this reaction is, look no further than A. So number 9 is A. Let's move on to 10. Which of the following diagram illustrates bonding in chlorine? Chlorine, and that is, look at them carefully, that is D. On to 11. A new element R shows chemical properties similar to the element sodium. What is the correct formula of a compound formed with R and sulfur? And that is R2S, and we did that one earlier. Guys, no matter how far apart the ears are, we see a repeat. Alright. An example of a substance with a giant molecular structure, is it diamond, ethyl, ethylate, or is it copper sheet, or is solid iodine? Number 12 is diamond. So I want to show you an example. Like a diamond. Number 13. Which of the following elements can exist in more than one form at the same state? Is it iron, neon, iodine, or is it carbon? And that should be carbon. We did this earlier. Guys, I'm actually running through this without the answer sheet. So you guys should be doing the same if you have watched 2 videos previous. Alright, 14 refers to the following information. So we get the element and we get the atomic number. Which of the following elements above, when combined with each other, form mainly ionic compounds? This is also a repeat, and that is B, 1, and 3 only. Let's go down to 15 and the 16. Let me just show you 16 so you guys can read ahead. Alright, which of the following features are usually true of covalent bonds? Insoluble in water, existing in solid state, and easily boiled and melted. Which of those? So it's 1 and 3 only. Insoluble in water and easily boiled and melted. So 15 is B. Alright, 16. From which of the following mixtures can a solid be obtained by the process of sedimentation? Is it gel, emulsions, foams, or suspensions? Number 16 is D, suspensions. Remember guys, if you're just catching the video, watch from the start. There are 2 more videos on there. Alright. A separating funnel can be used to separate a mixture. Is it water and ethanol, or is it water and kerosene, or is it water and solid sodium chloride, or is it kerosene and solid sodium chloride? That is beer, water, and kerosene. Now, the kerosene, I'm Sir Peter about, real kerosene oil. Man, call the girl them kerosene. None of my subscribers gonna become no Sir P, Sir Kerosene, alright? You guys are too ambitious for that. Number 18. One of the ways in which hydrogen resembles the group 7 elements is that hydrogen have 1, right? Yeah, you remember that. As atoms that are held together by extra covalent bonds donate 1 electron very easily and forms an H plus ion, or is 1 electron short of a rare gas structure, is colorless gas like halogens. What is it, guys? Future doctors. Number 18 is C, is 1 electron short of a rare gas structure. So that would be C. Number 19, the pH of fresh sugarcane juice, which is usually 5.0 to 5.5, can be changed to 7.5 to 8.5 for more efficient processing by adding, is it acetic, is it ethanoic acid, or is it limestone, or is it slack lime, or is it sodium chloride? And the 19 is actually slaked lime. Alright, so it's CaOH2. So remember that in examination. On to 20. Which of the following salts prepared by precipitation? We go no further than barium sulfate. This was done earlier. Alright. Which of the following compound is not a normal salt? Is it sodium nitrate, sodium carbonate, potassium carbonate, or is it sodium hydrogen carbonate? And 21 is the sodium hydrogen carbonate. So 21 is the. Move, scroll down. Two says a weak acid is best described as one that yields is it a low reading of pH meter, a low concentration of acid in the aqueous solution, or is it a high concentration of hydrogen ions in solution? Or is it? So I think that's all the options, and that would be D, a low concentration of ions in aqueous solution. 23, refer to the following equation. And just make you guys can go ahead and type it in. Which of the following compound is reduced? The NO2, SO2, NO, or the FO3? If you said NO2, you are indeed correct. So it is NO2. On to 24. 24 will be at the top right here. Which of the following salts are soluble in water? Is it ammonium carbonate, calcium sulfate, or is it lead nitrate? So let's pick out those two for 24. What did you guys pick? I got E, 1, and 3 only. So it's ammonium carbonate and lead nitrate. So 24 is B. Just like Mr. Bennett. B is for Bennett. B is for Bennett. B. All right, let's move on to 25. Which of the following substance is a weak electrolyte? Is it aqueous ethanoic acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, or molten lead? Or is it molten lead bromide? And that is aqueous ethanoic acid. So 25 is B. 26. Which of the following changes to a metal atom happens when it becomes a ion? Is it gain electrons is ion oxidized, gain electron is reduced, or is it losses electron is oxidized, or loses electrons and is reduced? And that is C, gain electrons. No, loses electrons and is oxidized. So 26 is C. Let's move on to 27. In each of the following reaction is sulfur dioxide acting as an oxidizing agent. Okay, so look at each one of them and say which one is acting as an oxidizing agent. And that is right here, right? So 27 is 28 refers to the following apparatus which is used to investigate the relative conductivity of various substances. All right, so look at it carefully. See what 28 says. If solution contains 1 mole of solute per dm3 of aqueous solution, are investigated which of the following solution would be the bulb would cause a bulb to glow brightest. Is it ammonia, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, or hydrochloric acid? And 28 is sulfuric acid. You are the winner. You are the brightest of all. All right, so 29. Which of the following substance does not conduct electricity? Is it solid calcium chloride, or is it molten calcium chloride, or is it aqueous calcium chloride? And 29 is the solid calcium chloride. 30, we're halfway there in such a short time. Awesome, awesome. Which of the following observation is expected with the electrolysis of concentrated sodium chloride solution using graphite electrodes? And we can get 30, and that is A, chlorine is evolved at the anode. All right, so let's move on to 31. All right. Which of the following statement best describe a catalyst? It increases the activity energy of certain chemical reaction. It alters the quantity of the products formed. It unchanged physically at the end of the reaction. It is unchanged chemically at the end of the reaction. And 31 is D. It unchanged chemically at the end of the reaction. So that's the catalyst. 32. An excess of magnesium powder was added to 50 cm3 of dilute sulfuric acid, and the reaction was allowed to continue until no more hydrogen evolved. Which of the following graph best represent a complete reaction? Let's look at it to see the complete reaction versus the volume versus the time. What's the reaction ready? Now let's go back up so you can see all of them at the same time. Alright, so look at these two. Alright, carry out back now. What's the answer, guys, for 32? How ready are you for the examination? Alright, so that is D. 33. The condensation of steam is an exothermic reaction. Which of the following statements are true of this reaction? 1. Heat is absorbed. 2. Heat is evolved. And is negative. You know what the hell is that in a paper? 33. And that is C, 2 and 3 only. Alright, 34 refers to the Haber process. Production of ammonia according to the equation, right? As I said now, the notion, molecule, well, mole, joules mole means that 92 joules of energy are. So 34 is least during the reaction. So that is B. 35. Which of the following substances conducts an electric current and remains chemically unchanged? So 35. Is it aqueous copper 2 sulfate, or is it just copper, or is it C sulfur, or is it D sodium chloride? It is copper. I hate that word, you know. A lot of people dying from copper shot in Jamaica. 36. When heated, which of the following nitrate decomposes to produce the metal oxide, oxygen, and nitrogen dioxide? Is it ammonia nitrate, copper nitrate, is it potassium nitrate, or is it sodium nitrate? 36 is copper nitrate, the word I don't like. If you give anything the answer. So 32 is B. 36 rather is B. Move up to 37. A recent discovered element is thought to be a metal. Which of the following physical properties should best confirm this? Is it the density, the hardness, the melting point, or the electrical conductivity? And 37 is the electrical conductivity. Alright, so let's move on to 38. An element that is a non-metal can act as a reducing agent, conduct electricity, forms an acidic oxide, is a solid at the room temperature. And 38 would be C, forms an acidic oxide. Oh Lord. Look, Miss Francis at the Meadowbrook High School. And Mr. Teacher there, big up yourself, my good friend. Which of big up everybody in the Caribbean. Guys, I'm not saying big up everybody, just big up everybody, man. All the time, alright? 39. Which of the following elements can be extracted by a chemical reduction? Is it calcium? No, is it potassium, calcium, iron, or magnesium? And 39 is iron. E is iron. Which of the following elements would not form an acidic oxide when burned with air? Is it carbon, sulfur, nitrogen, or magnesium? So we are 2/3 there, guys, and that is magnesium. Watch the X-Men, Magneto. So we're 2/3 there, right? Number 40, on to 41, we're going on 5. Which of the following observation is expected when aqueous silver nitrate is added to aqueous potassium chloride? A pungent gas is evolved, a blue precipitate appears, a white precipitate appears, or is it a brown precipitate appears? And that is a white precipitate appears. So 41 is C. 42. Which of the following gases is alkaline? Is it ammonia, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, or is it sulfur dioxide? So 42 is A. That's ammonia. 43. So them do the ammonia, let's then start with ammonia down here. So they are the best. Ammonia may be produced in a laboratory by heating a mixture of ammonium chloride and copper, calcium hydroxide, or is it ammonium sulfate, or is it calcium chloride? Which is it, guys? And that is calcium hydroxide. Remember, guys, just leave a comment, pick up yourself, whatever you have to say, just say it, all right? Your opinion is valid. For the 4 now, which of the following aqueous solution below produces a yellow precipitate in oxyum in aqueous potassium iodide? Is it calcium chloride, lead nitrate, zinc sulfate, or sodium carbonate? And that is the lead nitrate. Or the 5, which of the following element is the most electropositive? Is it aluminum, copper, magnesium, or zinc? So we're at 45 and we're 3/4 there, and that is zinc. 46. All members of a homologous series of similar density, or is it boiling point, or is it chemical properties, or is it physical properties? 46 is C. They have the same chemical properties. Let's move on to 47. To which homologous series does the structure belong? Is it acid, alkenes, alkene, alcohol? And that one is a 47 is a repeat, and that is, what's the answer for 47? That is E. Alcohols. Everybody loves that. I don't know why. Alcohol and music make everybody get crazy. Cause a lot of accidents too. So when you guys drive, please don't consume alcohol. Item 48, refer to the compound shown below. Take a look at the compound, guys. Which two of the following terms correctly describe the compound shown? Alright, guys. So 45, which of the following? Oh, we're at 48 rather. And you have to pick out the answer. Let's scroll down now. And that will be A, 1 and 3 on 49. Compound which has the formula CH3, CH3, CH equals CH, CH2, CH2, CH3 is 49 is a an alkene. So everyone should know that this is a repeat one. Just by reading, I knew the answer. 50. Ethyl, ethanate, and fats are classified as esters. From this information, we can also deduce that both A. Soluble in water, B. Burned in flames, C. Contains a core, to D. Have a pleasant odor. And 50 is C. Contains the core group. So 50 is C. All right, guys, we're there. 10 more to go. Yes, we got this. 51. Sorry about that for the persons who are new. I'm a bit dramatic. 51. Which of the following reaction occurs between propene and bromine? Is it addition, condensation, substitution, or is it precipitation? And that is one, addition. This one is also a repeat question on the 2015 paper. So guys, these are very similar, so it doesn't matter which area you do, you're gonna get repeat. 52, which of the following compounds would increase in mass when treated with hydrogen in the presence of liquid? Is it A, B, or C? And the 52 is C. Let's move on to 53. And item 53 to 54 refer to the following options, which is addition, isomerism, ester purification, or polymerization. Each option may be used once, more than once, or not at all to answer the items below. The 53 and 54 refer to these options. All right, let's look at them now. 53, what is the name of the process in which an alcohol and carbic acid reacts using a catalyst? I think we did that one before, but not sure. 53 is C, esterification. So 53 is C, it is right now. All right, 54. What is the name of the process in which proteins are formed from amino acid, or some people say amino acid? I call it amino. All right. What's the answer for 54? And that is polymerization. So number 54 is D. Let's move on to 55. So after this 5 to go, guys. 5 to go. All right. That plus that. Which of the following process correctly describe the reaction above? Is it precipitation, neutralization, reduction, or decomposition? And that is neutralization. So that 55 is E. Alright, let's move on to 56. When large alkane molecules are cracked, products are a mixture of, is it A, small alkaline molecules, B, small alkene molecules, or is it C, large and small alkene molecules, or is it E, small alkene and alkyline molecules? That's the answer for that, guys. We're almost there. And it is small alkane and alkene molecules. 3 to go, 3 to go. Let's go. Let me just scroll up so you guys can see everything. All right, so you cannot see everything, but nevertheless, you can see 257. The major natural source of alkanes and alkene is it A, petroleum, B, natural gas, C, the Earth's crust, or is it D, the atmosphere? 57 is Trinidad and Tobago, big up yourself, petroleum. So 57 is A. All the countries, big up yourself, Belize, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados. You know I rate all of you already. Martin, Saba, everywhere. Let's big up yourself. All right, 58. The fermentation of sugar using glucose and substrate can be represented by the equation. So say glucose, right? So glucose is C6H12. So we know say I want to between A, B, and C. All right. So 58 is actually C. All right, so we have 2 more to go, and then we have 2. Just please so you can see all 2 together. read ahead of me and go ahead, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being fabulous. You guys were awesome. It's a very appreciate you all. Guys, please do remember to share my channel with the younger generation. So the ones in 10 are ones in fourth form, the ones who are 1 year behind you. Alright? So these two can also benefit. Coming soon are sixth form topics. This time we're gonna take it from the angle of paper 2. So I already have dialogue with some teachers and they are willing to be a part of this amazing initiative. I know it's gonna cost me some dollars, but hopefully I will earn so I can pay them. So guys, next year, sixth formers support for other teachers who specialize in this area, as we want to make it a super channel, not just a normal little channel. If you guys support me, just hit that like button. If you don't, it's fine. Still gonna do it, yeah? That's how I am. I never get frustrated or anything. Just keep pushing. Alright, so let's move on to 59. A protein X is hydrolysis using a dilute acid. The best method of separating and identifying the product is it A, chromatography, B, crystallization, C, distillation, or is it D, fractional distillation? And that is A, chromatography. 59 is B. A polymer has the same structure. The formula of the monomer is 60. Who can guess it? Yes, you are correct. D is indeed correct. Alright guys, all the best in your exam. This is Mr. Bennett. I'm out. Thank you all for watching. Mr. Bennett appreciates you. Alright, thank you so much.